That prick broke up with you when you were in the hospital.
I can't do it. I need time for me.
I could threaten to eat him if that would help. I mean, I could eat him. It would...
Hello, Tommy, Melissa. I love this film. Your Monster is such a refreshing and original film that explores themes of inner rage, self-love, and empowerment in such a creative and beautiful way. Brilliant job. Melissa, first question. How did you connect personally with Laura Franco's journey, especially with her experience of heartbreak and self-discovery amidst such challenging circumstances?
I mean, I've had my fair share of heartbreak. I haven't had a heartbreak in the romantic sense in a while because I've been with my husband for so long. But there's other ways to get your heart broken, especially in this industry. So I'm very familiar with that feeling of like deep despair, like wanting to just literally quit life. But it was very easy for me to connect with Laura because I'm also a musical theater nerd. Like that's also my dream, to be on Broadway. And so literally one of the first lines in the script, Laura says like, it's my dream. Like when Jacob offers her the role, she's like, this has been my dream for so long. And so immediately I was like, oh, I know who this person is.
I love that. Now, Tommy, your character, the monster, serves as the catalyst for Laura's transformation. Can you share your approach to bringing that charm and depth to such an intriguing role? And also, can you talk about the challenges of conveying emotion through the makeup and prosthetics?
Great questions. I think the key to Monster, and I've said this before, was not playing Monster, right?
Sure.
Like that incredible prosthetic, shout out to Dave Anderson and his team for that, does a lot of the work for you. So then it's really just connecting on ironically on a human level with Melissa and rolling up our sleeves and getting into the acting work of developing that chemistry. I think if to get really nerdy and actory, if Monster is playing an action, it is to heal her, and sometimes that's tough love, sometimes that's crying with her, whatever it ends up being. I've got to say, I was a little nervous about being expressive enough, but right. that apparatus is so incredible. It matches every crow's foot, every wrinkle. It's that fine tuned. So if I move, it moves. And it's so nice to not bring your vanity to set. I will cop to being a vain person and to be able to be like, well, I don't look great today. I look like a monster. You just don't, that self-consciousness that you bring to work sometimes just doesn't exist. What a great place to be to perform.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you guys both talk about the dynamic between Laura and the monster, how it evolved during the film? And were there any scenes that were particularly challenging, rewarding to shoot together?
Oh my God, that oneer, that like long scene after the Halloween party out in the park. That was a long scene. It was negative something degrees Celsius. I don't know what Fahrenheit would be.
It was negative on both scales.
Negative on both scales. It was freezing. It was raining. We didn't know. We had like a certain amount of time because the permits of the park or whatever. There was like a football game that had happened. So they were like
there was a football
people.
game. It was the Super Bowl that just let out.
Oh yeah.
So people were pouring out of bars, recognizing Melissa, being like, hey, and then seeing her standing next to me and Monster Everest being like, what are you two doing on the street corner in Hoboken this late at night? And well, I'm interrupting you, but we thought we were getting into traditional coverage. So we're like, hey, we're just doing this long oneer, but we'll be able to and then at some point, Caroline's like, this is the shot. Like we live or die with this shot. And I think we got 2 full.
Yeah, that was it. It was a lot of pressure. It was a lot of elements that were working against us in that moment. Also, like Dave was like, we don't know if his face is going to fall off because of the rain. So let's go.
Melting.
Yeah. It was insane. It was very, very stressful, but I think in the end it worked out.
And then all the stuff in the house, all those, I'm abusing this metaphor, but like the tennis match stuff between the two of us early on in that house, it was just I wouldn't call that challenging. It was just a delight. And to show up and meet Melissa and find out she's game to do that kind of work. I mean, that's why you do this gig.
Look, it all shows on screen. You guys are incredible in this film. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look! From this angle, I can see your back and your face simultaneously. That's how much I'm looking at you.
I'm a mess.
No, you're not.
I'm a disaster.
Oh.